Best fighter in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Y'all, Crawford ain't getting knocked out. He ain't getting knocked out. Look, where the evidence is supporting that? Where is the evidence supporting that? Just because y'all think he light in the ass, y'all think that's just it?
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something which will fall into Canelo's hand.
Oleksandr Usyk believes Canelo Alvarez is making a huge mistake by taking on Terence Crawford. According to Usyk, Crawford is the best boxer in the world today and the true pound-for-pound king of this generation. His comments show the deep respect he has for Crawford's talent, making it clear that he views Crawford as a level above the rest, even Canelo.
Terence Crawford, number one, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough, great fighter, top fighter. So that's a good,
Yes.
that's a good number one, but it's debatable, it's subjective, but that's a good pick. So, round number 4. Why did Daniel Dubois push you yesterday? Do you know why? He gave you a push?
I don't know. Maybe Daniel afraid me. I don't know.
Terence Crawford walks into this fight with unshakable confidence. For him, winning isn't just possible, it's guaranteed. He insists there will be no excuses because he sees himself as the more skilled fighter who has prepared for every situation. This confidence comes from years of dominating opponents in multiple weight classes. When a fighter carries that kind of belief, it often puts extra mental pressure on the other side.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we gotta fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Crawford's coach has sent a firm warning to Canelo, saying his fighter's drive should never be overlooked. Once Crawford sets a target, he never turns back. That's been his approach throughout his career, where he's constantly taken on challenges others thought he couldn't handle. Facing Canelo is just another example of that fearless mindset. His coach explains that Crawford's edge is not just in training his body, but in building mental toughness and discipline. That relentless focus has been the secret to his success.
One thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You just signed a contract. We want to win, and we want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We're going to do everything we can to him. We're going to do whatever we got to do. But one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him. Because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something. And he better know Crawford is...
Gerald Miller adds another angle by talking about Crawford's hunger in boxing. Hunger often beats experience and even raw talent because it pushes a fighter to go beyond their limits. Miller sees Canelo as someone who already has fame and fortune. Crawford, meanwhile, is chasing a lasting legacy, and that difference can swing the fight. Hunger fuels harder training, sharper focus, and the ability to dig deep when it matters most.
Who do you think is going to win that?
I'm pulling for Crawford in this one. I think people are underestimating his strength right now and his size. And I think he's a little more hungry than Canelo. So let's see though, but I like both guys, but I'm a little closer to Crawford, so I want to see Crawford can take it.
And lastly, quick mention on IBA Pro. Interesting concept that, people records on the line. So I know in boxing, people don't like risking their own and things. Do you feel like this is a step forward, so this could become a major player in boxing?
I think it definitely can. I mean, any opportunity to make some money and build your repertoire and your art.
Boxing great Bernard Hopkins makes a daring prediction, giving Crawford an 85% chance to win. From someone who knows the grind of elite competition, this is a big statement. Hopkins values brains, strategy, and adaptability, all of which he sees in Crawford. By giving such high odds, Hopkins is saying Crawford has the tools to cancel out Canelo's strengths. He also knows that major upsets often happen when skill, preparation, and belief come together.
Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here. And I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only has came, but it's gone. He ain't gonna surrender and say I slowed up, so I'm gonna act like it. No, he has to be shown. And it has to be early.
Tim Bradley offers his own perspective, reminding fans that Canelo has struggled against fighters far less skilled than Crawford. He points to William Skull, who managed to frustrate Canelo and take him the full 12 rounds. If Skull could do that, then expecting Crawford to fail sounds ridiculous, especially since Crawford is seen as the best pound-for-pound fighter alive. Bradley's bottom line is simple: skills win fights, not just big names.
If Skull, right, can hold Canelo to 152 punches thrown in an entire 12-round fight, 152 punches, you don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If Skull, William Skull, can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round. Oh my goodness. If Charlo, 154 pounds, can go up to 168 pounds. Respect Charlo's skills, but he ain't got Crawford's skills. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? You don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? The most skillful fighter on planet Earth? Oh, damn, let me go even further. If Jaime Munguia, you can throw a penny in the ring, it's gonna hit him. You can throw a dime in the ring, it's gonna hit him. You can throw a feather in the damn ring, it's gonna hit him. It's gonna hit him. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Damn, I got another one. I got another one. If Berlanga, if Berlanga can go.
Doug Bay brushes off all the noise about Canelo sparring with Jaron Ennis. He says this is nothing unusual and definitely not something that will give Canelo an edge against Crawford. Sparring partners come and go, but fights are won under the spotlight. Bay explains that Ennis's family has ties with Canelo and people are just making too much of it. In his view, the session means nothing because Crawford's style is unique and no sparring partner can copy it.
Boots going over to spar Canelo ahead of Terence Crawford.
For me personally, alright, well, I live in Philly, right? So interacting with Mr. Boozy and them sometimes, you know little stuff. So Boots, whole family, they been had a relationship with Canelo. Like, this not new. Pooh was up there camping with him, Ferrari was up there boxing him or whatever. And then Canelo, period, he boxed Philly guys. When he was about to fight Floyd, he was boxing Brother Nazim nephew and all that. So this ain't nothing really new that Canelo doing right now or that Boots is doing right now. I think that it's just being made to be a big deal because, like, on the internet, the fans, as much stuff as they like to talk about Boots sometimes, they understand from looking at his skill set and stuff like that he would be someone who can help Canelo. Like, you know what I mean, in a situation like this. If you the kind of person that look at sparring and consider it to be a help, which it can be, especially, you know, Boots being a switcher, being a boxer, puncher, the athleticism he has, the footwork he has. If you wanted to get ready for Terence Crawford, that would be a great guy to box with. So I think that's a good thing for Canelo. I think it's an even better thing for Boots. Well, even better thing for Canelo because he's the one that got to fight right now.
Well, Boots got to fight October 11th.
He does. Up, so he's getting, so this, you know what I mean, this up the level of Boots camp and he get paid for it. I'm glad he got an opportunity like that. Get to see himself in there with a guy like that. Anyway, that can help him psychologically a lot. So.
Crawford himself has explained why he feels so confident. In his words, knockouts don't just come from big punches, but from the shots fighters never see coming. This mindset separates him from those who only rely on raw power. While Canelo is known for his heavy punches, Crawford believes the real danger lies in timing, accuracy, and deception. By breaking opponents down, frustrating them, and forcing mistakes, he creates the openings for fight-ending shots.
It don't take a big punch to knock somebody out. It's the ones that you don't see that hurt you. All my fights that I loaded up and I try to catch somebody, you know what I mean, with a big shot, I typically miss or they see it at the last minute and they brace for it. You know, the ones that just flow is the ones that get.
Marcus Brown sheds light on Crawford's training, pointing out that he often spars with fighters who are much bigger than him, sometimes even heavyweights. This has toughened him to absorb strong punches and stay composed. Brown argues that this calmness under fire is what sets Crawford apart. So when Canelo lands his hardest shots, Crawford won't fold because he's already handled that kind of power in training.
Fan of both of them, but I'm going with Crawford. You know, typically fighters, you know, they don't want to say who they want to go for because you know they don't want to be biased. Yeah. And much respect to Canelo, but I'm going Bud.
Is there a particular reason why? Like, you're a guy that's moved up in weight, so you know exactly what it feels like to get hit by these bigger guys. Is that something that's gonna play in the back of his head? Like,
of course,
gotta watch out.
It is, but it's not. Because at the end of the day, it's not like he just been in there, got in there with somebody bigger than him. He's always probably been sparring with bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? It's that boxing IQ, which William Skull didn't put up no fight, but he showed somewhat of a blueprint to get this guy, you know, in a space where he's confused.
Yeah.
And he can't touch the target that's in front of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think Bud got that IQ.
Victor Ortiz calls this fight a brilliant move for boxing. He knows that it will draw massive pay-per-view numbers, making it a blockbuster event. But beyond business, Ortiz also favors Crawford as the winner. He dismisses the idea that Canelo's size is a big advantage, saying it's overstated and won't decide the fight. For him, this matchup is less about who's bigger and more about who's sharper and smarter inside the ring.
Difference from Canelo then to Canelo now. Other than the way they're maneuvering their fights. He secures some amazing fights, very smart with the matchups, right? He'll go find somebody of this weight class that is, yes, he's undefeated, yes, he's got this and that, but they fought nobody. So it's a very, they're very catered fights, but they do it very smart, like Logan and Jake Paul. But this guy can sell tickets. It's true of what Oscar De La Hoya said. So with that being said, what I know about the game is this much. I've known Terence Crawford since we were 7, 8, 9 years old because I'm from Kansas. Terence is from Nebraska. And in little tournaments we'd see around the area, Four Corners or whatever, we'd always see each other. And he knew Bucky. I mean, I knew his team. And my thing is this: I have Terence Crawford winning on an easy fight. I believe everyone's like, well, Canelo's the bigger man. No, he's not. Terence Crawford and I, we're the same size. We're 5'9". Canelo's shorter than us. We're bigger than he is, chest-wise. I think really where Canelo's probably bigger than us is his legs. He's got thicker legs. Other than that, we're very athletic. We can box, we can bang. I believe I'm going with the Midwest. That's my brother, Terence Crawford.
Experts warn that despite Crawford's talent, he is stepping into dangerous territory. Moving up to Canelo's weight class means taking on fighters with more size, strength, and toughness. Crawford has dominated at lower weights, but this is new ground. Canelo has already proven he can handle naturally bigger opponents, which makes him a serious threat. Crawford's leap from 147 to 168 pounds is historic. Few fighters even attempt it, but his preparation has been meticulous. It's not just about gaining weight, it's about reshaping his body to perform at a higher level. His camp has focused heavily on conditioning to keep his speed, reflexes, and stamina intact.
169 point, let's just call it 170 pounds, which is huge, absolutely huge for a 154 pounder. Especially, it's just shocked me that he's come up from 135 and now he's still putting on that much weight, he's rehydrating that much at 154. And indeed, to bring us even closer to the modern day, the thing that was posted, and again, this is the second time we've seen this, is why I'm kind of thinking there's a bit of a theme here with Crawford posting his weight when he's not actually in full training camp. On February the 9th, 2025, he posted an Instagram story and he showed himself weighing 186 pounds on a gym scale. Now, that's so much bigger than I imagined Crawford would be. I never thought this guy would walk around 186 pounds, which for anyone who needs the conversion is just over 84 kilograms. And now look, it's not an unthinkable weight for someone, but for someone who has fought as low as Crawford has, who is generally as lean and as in shape as Crawford is, that's a lot of weight.
Amir Khan steps in with strong support for Crawford's chances. He praises Crawford's precision and body attacks, which wear opponents down over time. That same approach beat Errol Spence, and Khan believes it can work against Canelo too. Crawford's ability to control pace forces mistakes, which he then capitalizes on. Khan stresses that skill can often overcome size, and Crawford's toolkit is built for exactly that. The build-up has also revealed a new side of Crawford. His shove against Canelo during the face-off wasn't just hype, it was a statement. Analysts like Showbiz the Adult saw it as a psychological move, showing Crawford isn't intimidated. He's entering this fight aggressively, aiming to win both physically and mentally. That early psychological edge could set the tone once the bell rings.
Fighters, Canelo's a friend now after our fight we had, and also Crawford had shared training camp with him as well. It's a good fight. I'm not going to say too much. Okay. I'm going to save it till on the day of the fight. Okay. But look, it's going to be a mega fight. Honestly, it's hard to pick the winner. Yeah. But like I said, it's a close one.
I know you said you don't want to say too much, but when people talk about Crawford boxing on the outside and uses the movement, almost making it boring in a sense, do you think he can do that with the added weight that gets put on and him boxing in that certain style that we haven't really seen him box like before? In terms of boxing on the outside and almost sort of that stick and moving type.
You're talking about Crawford, yeah?
Crawford, yeah.
Look, Crawford's gonna probably do the same thing that he knows best, which is box, be smart, slow movements, small steps. It's only small steps he's taking. So I mean, look, and it's always worked for him. Every fight he's been in. We thought that the fight with Spence was gonna be hard, and it made it look so easy. No, we've never really seen him in a hard fight where we've seen him in trouble. So maybe this could be the fight that puts him in that trouble to see what he's gonna be like when he's under pressure. You know what I mean? We've never seen either fighter under pressure, like a lot of pressure. I mean, you can't say. I mean,
Golovkin for Canelo, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Golovkin. Yeah. But other than that, I don't class the Mayweather fight a hard fight because Mayweather just run it, wasn't he?
Yeah. I guess Bivol had the size.
Bivol had the size advantage, but this one, I think Canelo has the size advantage. But then again.
And Ely wraps up by stressing how significant this fight really is. He rejects the idea that Crawford is too small, pointing instead to the transformation his body has gone through. To Lee, this is boxing at its purest. Skill versus power, speed versus strength. He insists size alone won't decide the outcome because Crawford's creativity and tactical smarts can balance things out. For Lee, this isn't just another fight. It's a showdown that could reshape legacies and captivate fans all over the world.
Because like every good fight, no one really knows the skill and competitiveness and ring craft of Crawford or then you can say the same things about Canelo, but just he has that size. And but I see Crawford in New York when Hamza fought Berlanga, and he doesn't look too small anymore. He's filled out a lot, quite big. It's a great fight. I think they're equally matched in skill.